Hello everyone, my name is Udigal, and like you, I'm a student in Masters in Sports Psychology. My research to practice topic is performance profile, and the reason I chose that topic that as an Olympic athlete and a coach, I used to work on the same method. Now, as a student, I found how this tool and skill is so much constructed in theory, and I wanted to dig in and to know about it better. Before we start, I would like you to take a moment for yourself and think about something that you want to improve in your profession, hobby, school, or anything else. Now think about someone that they're there with you in this process. Is it your friend, your boss, your parents, your colleague? Did it ever happen to you that this person is saying something or talking about something and you have no idea what he's talking about? Well, athletes are having the same thing with their coaches often. Performance profile is a method design which can help to improve the communication and understanding between the athletes and their coaches. Some of the theories behind performance profile. The performance profile is based on Kelly personal construct theory. Butler and Hardy built the performance profile based on this theory to help athletes to enhance their performance. The personal construct theory basically says that people try to understand the world by developing their own theories and explanation, which help them to look at their performance and improve their performance experience. The performance profile helps the athletes to be more aware by his own interpretation and reflect to his performance qualities. Weston et al. Claim that the athletes learn about the strengths and weaknesses from this process. Lastly, Bucchiardi and Gordon found that the process of performance profile improved communication between the athletes and the coaching staff. An additional theory is the CET by Deci and Ryans. The idea of the CET is that athletes' motivation is influenced by three major topics: their relatedness, their autonomy, and their perceived competence. The performance profile, what is it? Athlete's performance profile is a client-centered performance assessment strategy. It developed by Butler and Hardy in 1992, and it allows the athletes to have more input and influence on his performance. The performance profile is a strong tool for the athletes, coaches, and mental consultants, like us in the team. During the years, the performance profile used in different variations. I would like today to focus more on the team's performance profile, and while I present briefly the technique, I would like you to think about what are those things that you want to improve and focus in your own field. Dale and Weisberg described the step of using the performance profile in a team settings. In the initial team meeting, individuals and the teams are welcome to do the individual performance profile, the team performance profile, and also coach's profile, which describe a little bit his characteristics. On the second meeting, a week after, the mental consultant meet with the athletes without the team, and discussed on those team performance profile, profile, and if possible, some of these individual profile. On the third meeting, again, a week after, the coaches are welcome too. The coaches and the athletes are offered to discuss this team profile, and the coaches can address the coach's profile, which again describe what is the characteristics that the athletes are seeing in a coach. Lastly, both team and the coaches are offered to continue this discussion in the weekly meetings with as a team meeting or individual settings with the mental consultant. What are the research outcomes that I found that are relevant to this performance profile in the team settings? O'Brien et al. Found that performance profile enhanced athletes' performance. In their study, they focused on and found that the benefit of the performance profile with the athletes' goals in different variations. Performance profile improving the athlete's self-awareness and highlighted their strengths and their weaknesses. Both Weston in the research of Weston et al. And also Diosro et al. Found those findings. Another things that athletes found in the research that performance profile can improve athletes or help to athletes. It's improving intrinsic motivation. Though the use of performance profile in one session will not be enough. It's recommended to use the performance profile in 6-week sessions. Performance profile found that it can also be very good in evaluating the performance and useful tool with goal setting together that we all of us know and study from our degree. Also, the performance profile helped the athletes to understand better what the coach is expecting from them by this coach's evaluation and using the performance profile. Another thing that the performance profile is improving is the coach-athlete communication. It encouraged them to discuss the performance. The performance profile helped the coach to understand their athletes better and help them to tune their performance in practices and sometimes in games or competition as well. Lastly, Dale and Riesberg found that performance profile helps to facilitate better perception of relatedness and better interaction between the athletes, their teammates, and the coaching staff, which for me is a newer direction and focus in the field and what I would like to put more focus today. The performance profile in a team. What are these benefits in the team? The performance profile is also recommended to work in a team setting. But why is that? Malilio and Juniper found that not only it will enhance individual performance, but it will improve the understanding of the formal and informal roles in the team. Mental consultants suggested to use performance profile in their team building exercises. The personal disclosure and sharing will help individuals understand better each other. The performance profile intervention will help them understand better and facilitate the role episode in the team. What exactly is the role in the team? Weston in 2011 recommended performance profile in a team. It's important for the interaction and communication and to understand better their responsibilities. Dale and Riesberg found that the athletes believed that the performance profile can develop more open atmosphere and communication within the team. Weston again, in 2005, found that communication and interaction is enhancing both in the team, between the athletes, and also between the athletes and the coaching staff. The famous Butler and Hadley found that performance profile in the team can help with areas of perceived strengths, areas that perceives need of improvement, meaning strengths and weaknesses, the athlete's vision of what a top performance means, monitoring progress, differences between how athletes and coaches view performance, differences in what athletes and coaches consider to be important in producing an elite performance, and analysis of performance after the event. So how it applies in the field? Using performance profile when you're using it, it needs to pay attention and make sure that there is a commitment of the athlete and the coaching staff to the performance profile process. It can help individual, but has a lot of benefits, as we saw in a team settings. Using the performance profile will improve the communication, team dynamic, motivation, and understand better of the roles by the athletes or the coaches. Lastly, but probably the most important takeaway for using performance profile in a team setting is that performance profile can increase the overall role clarity and the role description in the team, which is very important in team settings. That's it for today. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you have some good takeaways of how to use better and what are the benefits of performance profile in a team settings. Here are the references that I use. You're welcome to check them on. Thank you very much, and goodbye.